there is news and information for you guys today. I have on the show on Randy Orton. He's still upset of what happened with him and Brock Lesnar at the SummerSlam pay-per-view event that happened and that took place. Now, ironically, Jericho got into this whole thing. Jericho, who displayed some compassion towards Randy Orton during the main event match at SummerSlam between Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. Jericho was watching the Orton and Brock Lesnar match in the back. If you recall, it became live at the sight of Lesnar bashing in Orton's head, causing the referee to call the bell for the TKO finish. Now, first off, this match wasn't that good. The match really wasn't interested. I didn't care for it. And in my opinion, that was a stupid way to end a match, which I have no problem seeing, having a wrestler bleed and getting split open. I have no problem with that. I like that. That's what wrestling is also about. Blood, sweat, tears. Okay? I watched the Attitude Era, and there was always blood in the Attitude Era, and I love blood. I think it makes wrestling better. It makes it more entertaining. It makes it people may go that further step. They take that next step. Now, I know fans were complaining about it. Fans didn't like it. I didn't like the match. First off, I thought the match was so bad, and the match wasn't even that long. It was a bad way to end the match. Then Shane McMahon comes out and gets F5'd by the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Shane McMahon got F5'd by Brock Lesnar. I mean, Brock Lesnar, wouldn't stop beating up Randy Orton. I mean, he split him up, okay? Big time. And Jericho didn't like what was going on, and he confronted Brock Lesnar backstage. All right? Jericho was so furious with Brock Lesnar that he confronted the Beast when he came back through the curtain. Now, things got physical to the point that Vince McMahon and Triple H had to break it up and ensure that Chris Jericho, that it was all part of the plan. So things do happen backstage and we don't know about it. When fans like us, we don't know about it. We don't know what's going on backstage. But they're coming out, and you got the owner of the company, Vince McMahon, and then you got the second person who is 50% of the company too as well, the COO, Triple H. You had to have Triple H and Vince McMahon break this whole thing up between Jericho and Brock Lesnar. This is really insane news right now to hear something like that. It's pretty crazy. They're saying it was all part of the plan. But Randy too put Jericho's mind at ease by telling him it was all part of the plan. This was all a plan then. Brock Lesnar splitting up Randy Orton. It was all part of the plan. This was supposed to happen. But even though Randy Orton had suffered an unplanned concussion, that was not planned. That was unplanned. Well, every wrestler gets concussions. Look at Daniel Bryan. Let's go back in time. Let's go back to Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan had a lot of concussions, but he never told the WWE about it. He never told the WWE that he suffered concussions through his career. He never told WWE. And you know why? Because he loved WWE. He loved pro wrestling. He didn't want to tell Vince or Triple H or anybody that he was suffering a concussion because he knew what was going to happen. He knew that WWE would not let him compete and wrestle and perform for his fans, for the WWE fans that support Daniel Bryan, that love Daniel Bryan, because Daniel Bryan, man, was definitely a good performer. He was good in the ring. He was so marketable, and he could have been the top guy of the company. He could have been the guy of the company. All right. Now, as noted, that concussion prevented Orton from wrestling for several weeks, which ending up scrapping what would have to be the first match, his follow-up program with Bray Wyatt. The feud resumed, however, the two wrestled in the final match of the night at No Mercy in October. Now, original plans then called for Randy to move from the rivalry with Wyatt into the main event spotlight with AJ Styles. Now, I like AJ Styles. AJ Styles is the face of the he's the face of SmackDown. The guy is a good performer. He's good in the ring. I'm a fan of AJ Styles, guys. This guy is such an awesome champion, but you know what they're doing with him and James Ellsworth, man, is kind of ruining him. You're having him beat, this James Ellsworth beat AJ Styles 3 times in a row, gets a contract for SmackDown Live. Okay, that's, first off, in my opinion, that's poor booking. You can't be, how the heck do you have AJ Styles lose to this some indie guy 3 times, gets a contract with SmackDown Live, and he's your world champion, AJ Styles is. That was a poor booking in my opinion. That's making him look bad now as a champion. So those were the original plans. They wanted to have AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. I mean, I'm not a fan of Randy Orton, but I don't think that would be a good match at all. AJ Styles will just beat him. Now, we know what's going on with the Wyatt family now with him at, those are original plans that was going on with him and Styles. But, so it came as a surprise to many, which instead, he turned heel and joined Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. The swerve has continued as many thought, only inflating the faction to eventually turn back and get away from the Wyatt family. But WWE officials are thrilled with the pairing, and apparently so is Randy Orton. Randy Orton loves it. Now, immediately after Orton's heel turn, speculation surfaced, including Dave Meltzer, that Randy Orton would turn heel to set up a feud with The Undertaker, the Dead Man, coming back to WWE and SmackDown Live. But the Dead Man's dance card appears to be filled for the next 5 months with Styles or Cena or both. So, WWE recently announced that Orton, Bray Wyatt, and Luke Harper were eligible to defend their tag team championships under the Freebird rule, which American Alpha expected to be the first challengers after Heath Slater and Rhino were dispatched of. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Randy Orton, part of the Wyatt family. This is good for him, and I'm happy he is turning heel. This is good for Bray Wyatt because Bray Wyatt can be with a veteran, which is Randy Orton, who's been in the company for so long, since 2002. Okay? And now he's his heel, and I like it. I like Randy Orton being this heel. It works. It's awesome. I love it. This is good for Randy Orton, and this is good for Bray Wyatt. Because Bray Wyatt is now a WWE Tag Team Champion with a veteran. So this is more good for Bray Wyatt than Randy Orton, in my opinion. So I can understand why Randy Orton is still upset over this whole thing, over the Brock Lesnar thing. I mean, like I said, concussions are bad. People go through it all the time. Sports, football. People get concussions. You don't know if you're going to be able to compete. You don't know if you're going to be able to wrestle, play at the football field. You don't know what's going to happen. Concussions are bad. It's a serious matter. And I felt bad for Randy Orton that he had a concussion, because I don't want none of these wrestlers getting concussions. I don't want no wrestler getting that, because, they love performing for you. They love wrestling for us, entertaining us. And when they get concussions, it's bad. I don't want to hear that from them, because they don't deserve those concussions. They don't need that. They put their body on the line for us every single week to entertain us. And when Bryan got concussions, I was so, sad. But I was mad at the other point because, he never told WWE. But that's today's news, guys. Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts about it? And until then, guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel to get more wrestling episodes. Follow me on Twitter at The Talk Show 101 more often, because that way you guys can see my videos and episodes like that right off the bat. Until then, guys, articles below, Twitter link below as well. Until then, guys, I'll see you on the next show for more wrestling updates. Subscribe.